There we go. So it's morning now. See if we can get a camera here. I didn't really sleep that good as usual. It's going downhill. Everything is going downhill. But I guess, it's just a lot of thoughts and a lot of things, and it's just so much information nowadays, and my brain is just. I think I need to get that fishing rod or something like that and begin fishing again and just take a break from things. I'm not really good at taking a break of things. And I guess in regards to also the health stuff and all that, I made like this thing in regards of food and all that. The problem is, the foods that I would like, in regards of, it's hard to find. I'm getting a lot of issues. Where do I find raw milk, for example? Unpasteurized raw milk. Where do I find that? Where do I get it? It's just of course, if I could, maybe if I went for, maybe if I take the train or something like that, then maybe there's a possibility, an hour's ride or something like that, and an hour rides back. Maybe I could get some, there are some, that have on the internet, but it's still, far away from me. I can't just take the bike and, I'm having issues with my joints as well. That's, so I try to get chicken feet and not really gotten any chicken feet, not slaughtered to Satan. And I have two places, and one of the places said that they could get them and all that, and I tried, driving to them twice, and I actually had three appointments for this, and at least the third time they actually called me and said, well, we don't have them, and he said he would try to get them, and I haven't heard from him, so that's over a week ago, so it's not really looking good. How hard can it be to get some chicken feet? Anyway. So there's other things I need to get as well and get into order and all that. But there's so much, I haven't really, it's just, oh well. But at least I have the list, I've written down a lot of the things that, so I don't need to remember it and all that. Trying to, oh man, it's just, guess life is running away from me, in some sense. So I did some more in regards of, I got the uploads of the Librem Office thing, or Librem Chat and Librem Social, and again, I don't think that there's that many people on it and all that, but I guess people will come. It's still in the beginning. I have fixed, on the on the channel I fixed some of my posts from the social account. I made two more on the social account. It seems like Joshua actually left after I posted two of them, so he might not have liked the message. Maybe I'm too rough or something like that, but I don't think we are too rough, But anyway, so this is one of them. You can pause the video and read it. And that's the second post. This one, beginning there, that's the second post, and then there's the third post. And if you want to read it, you can just pause the video and look there. So I had Dustin join in regards of wanting to hear more about it seems like the faith. So that's nice. So this is social. I'll just cut the the video thing. So this is my channel thing on this social, Librem Social. I'm following 14 people now, so at least I have some people at least. But I think like 3 of them are maybe Christians or something like that. And this is one post of mine, and another post that I made 2 hours ago. Did those 2 posts, and this was the one I boosted from Alan Doak, which seems to be a Christian as well. But anyway, So just made in regards of the greatest enemy of Rome are true Christians who reject the mother whore of mystery Babylon the Great, and the Antichrist, the triune tyrant at its head of the number 666. The office and seat of the papacy is the last misfortune on earth before the return of Christ Jesus. Anyway, another one. When Roman papists and Mohammedans say they worship the same God, they are correct that they both worship the devil, the murderer, and great deceiver. Maybe that should have been a comma actually. The devil, comma, the murderer, and great deceiver. Anyway, but don't propose or falsely claim that Christians and those two satanic cults are following the same God. I actually have had one in regards to my Facebook here. I guess it becomes a little, you have more places to put, and I guess, so, but that was in regards of, let's see here, we still have the Yeshua is God Almighty, Jehovah, the Pope, and unholy figures, the Antichrist man of the number 666, yeah. So 1.2 billion Roman Catholics and 1.8 billion Mohammedans are following the devil. That's 3 billion people deceived by the old snake. That's a huge amount and share of the world's populace of a total of 7.53 billion just by counting the people of those two cults of death. Anyway, so I actually also put some of the posts from social Librem. Apparently, you just copy you can actually well, let's say just see what happens actually when I push it. So you can push the link, and it will go to your post. Actually, pretty nice, I guess. And I think it actually also did it in regards to the image. If you go to this one, that's the first post where I also posted an image on it. I think it actually also have the image on it. That's pretty, I guess, cool. Yeah, there you have the image. So you have the website, and yeah, so you have a link to that. And you go into the program, the Librem Social, and you just go down here, for example, and say copy link, and that goes, and you can just post it. You can also go like inside the post and go and open in browser and then copy the link. After it opens in browser, you can copy the link, but it's a little easier just to pretty much copy the link directly. But again, I haven't had much people write or anything like that to me or anything like that. So there's not really much going on. But anyway, but I'm getting some of these things out there. Oh, you can actually. Oh yeah, that's true. You can actually do like this. Interesting. I think I pinned one of them. Yeah, and I have one media in regards to. So that's great. So it begins to look like something, I guess. And when you go back, you have this main page where you can see what others have. 2 hours ago, Joshua put something out there. Purism put something out there. Again, probably a lot of these people, I probably just unfollow. In regards of purism, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure that it's not really. I'm more interested in regards of Christian stuff and all that. So, but again, it will grow as more people come on and all that, and so it will be interesting. I do wonder in regards to the Librem chat if I can actually send. Hey there. It would be interesting to actually. Apparently, there's 2 member change. Okay, he left. Okay, so he came in and left. Anyway, it would be interesting to see if you can actually send files to. You can send, take photo or video, send sticker, and send files. I do wonder how big files you can actually send to people. If it's only 5 megabytes, that's you should be able to send whatever file size that you have to a person. So hopefully, but I think in regards to sending file, but I'm not sure if I can just send, like, I would need to send it directly to a person, I guess, but I'm not sure it actually will work. But anyway, something to try out, because that's, like Skype, you could send files to others. MSN, you could send files to others. ICQ, you could send files to others. This should be just a main feature, that you can send files to others, that you shouldn't be, the software shouldn't, because we know it's possible, and the software should not, confine you. That's for sure. Anyway, so in regards of ongoing conference calls, now of course I'm on the video here. Actually, I wanted to, by the way, try out the rotation thing and look at if I can look how video actually takes it. But anyway, it should be enormously small on the screen now, and hopefully, hopefully I can find the place. The problem is the other videos are so big, and I know I did it on one of the other videos, but anyway, so I'll turn it around here again. Hopefully I can find the place. It's in the chat. But anyway, I have the video and voice and conference call thing enabled in the channel, but I haven't found anyone actually trying it out yet. So I'm awaiting someone that wants to try it out. And apparently RCR goes in to say unable to. I'm not sure why it would actually try to do it. But anyway, but sadly Joshua left the channel, so I don't know if he doesn't want to talk to me after I wrote the again, that's you're not getting popular if you're going to stand for these things. That's if you go back to the Protestants and stand for some of the things that they stood for and all that, and actually for in regards to the Bible and all that, the popularity is not really, but of course it's not a popularity contest. And of course, if you tell, if I tell people, as I can't really say that, you have to be truthfully, right? In regards, I have issues with Paulus, and I just have to be honest about that. I don't think he had, I think he was the enemy that sowed the bad seeds. That's pretty much what I believe. And to say otherwise would be dishonest of me, and I would be lying. So of course I can't say that, but you get a lot of heat for that, that's for sure. You really get a lot of heat on that. Every time you see lawlessness in regards to the Christian faith, it's because of Paul, or Paulus, or Shaul. Anyway, so getting back to this. So Dustin joined, and he seemed to want to hear more about in regards to Jesus Christ and all that, so that's great. Always willing to tell people about Jesus Christ and all that, so that's love that. Of course, in regards to research, seems to be more, every time if people want to, learn and hear and all that, that's great, but if they don't, if they just is in it to debate, or there's other things that I could use time on. Rather use time on the people actually beginning to go in the right direction and helping them, instead of people that don't want any. It's just you can waste a lot of time on people that just are endless holes and never ever get to the apparently. Anyway, you never know if a seed gets sown anyway, and down the line they might, who knows. But overall, it's just sometimes it just feels like you're wasting your time, Sometimes people ask questions and they don't want the answer. They just ask questions because they think you can't answer the question. So they're just looking for a valid reason to discount you as a nutcase. So they ask you this question, then you answer it. Then they ask another question, even, in some sense before, you actually finish with, and then they ask another, and then you can just feel they don't want the answer. They just want you to show that, they just want to show that, you don't know the answer for it, and thereby they can, go, it's just, anyway. So we still have the Librem chess channel. I'm not sure how many actually is in there. And again, I'm not entirely sure that... Oh, actually, we have a couple of people in here. But again, I'm not entirely sure what... You know, it doesn't seem like people actually do much. But anyway... but apparently there's more people on that and then on my other group that actually is the primary. Anyway, so this guy is also said to be a Christian. Did I not send him the... No, I didn't send him the room thing, apparently. I thought I sent the room. So let's just go into it and find the room link here someplace. It should be... There we go. And copy it. Copy. That might be an easier way to do it. I don't know. But anyway, let's have a paste for that. I thought I actually had sent it to him. But anyway, I'll send it to him there. And this guy has joined the channel apparently. Joshua jumped out. I'm not sure if he wants to talk to me anymore. But anyway, so that's great. So we have 2 channels set in the... Okay, you know, at the top in regards of favorites. And yeah, it's looking good. You know, it's not that many people, and hopefully there will come more Christians on it. And anyway, yeah. At least that's one way. So I uploaded the 2 other and fixed the other YouTube videos that I... You know, and I fixed the information again and all that. Oh, that's let's see here. That's a notification. Let's go into Dave's office. Let's see. I was looking for all the Christian groups and didn't find any either. Yeah. Well, at least we have one. Now. Anyway, so not sure. You're Christian. You're Christian. You're a Christian. It's interesting because, you know, talking to different people from the U.S., you know, they have a different. You know, it seems more. They're more, I guess, open. It seems to God in regards to the Christian God. It's not like in Denmark where like people are believing atheists and evolutionists, and if you talk about God, they believe that you're a nutcase, you know. So anyway, by the way, as you can see, I haven't verified, you know, Dave in regards of if there's anything between us. I'm not entirely sure about how this works out, but I talked to another guy that actually seems to be more concerned about it. But again, I would need to talk to him over the phone to actually verify the numbers and all that. But that's, you know, and then yeah. I'm not sure. I think that might like be a, you know, begin verifying, but it doesn't seem to work for me. So, you know, and it also says nothing appearing, not all clients supports interactive verification yet. Use legacy verification. And you know, the legacy, you just, you know, make the other person tell you the information that he has on the phone, and you see if that fits your information. So, anyway, well, yeah, you're welcome to rejoin. Welcome to rejoin the channel. Rejoin at any time. I think I already had the link in my copy paste, so there we go. So, and Giga stands for Jesus is God Almighty. It was a thing that I actually used another place. It was very yeah. You really could witness to a lot of people. You know, I played a computer game, which I probably shouldn't play, but it was a great witness tool. I could, you know, witness in regards to abortion or murder on children and Jesus Christ at the same time. You know, and for example, I wrote, you know, abortion is child murder. And then people would go into the channel, you know, when I was creating a game, you know, just were on the chat, and they would, go into because they became stirred up by it, and then my name was Jesus is God Almighty. So you just had a two times witness tool, and it's just wonderful. So anyway, so that's Dave, and apparently you can hear the mobile shaking when he writes. So apparently I put something on that's, let's see, all messages. No, this actually doesn't say I put any noise on it. Direct chat, I don't know why it then is giving me this noise and all that. I thought it shouldn't actually do that. I set it to messages, and messages. I guess I'll have to figure that out as time goes. But I do wonder why it's, again, as I understand, it's only when, this one have like all messages noisy. Oh, maybe that was, maybe it actually was because he joined that it actually made hello there, made a hello there, made a thing, Okay, that might be the reason. Okay. I guess it's nice because if there's, if you have your own channel and, you're focusing on that, you can just hear if people are, if there's something happening on it, if there's not something, if there's not much happening anyway, and, you can just, yeah. Anyway, so I got the videos up in regards to Libra Chat and Libra Social 01 and 02. The description of Librem 1 in regards to the webpage where people can join up, and I trying it out and going through the features and such. So I pretty much have those up on my YouTube. So that's nice. So, and yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. It has, still interesting. Again, I still think there's a long wait for. There's more people is needed. So yeah. In any case, so I need to wash some clothing today. Get that fixed, and there we go. It says again, it shakes the mobile and makes sounds, and that's because he's writing on the channel. So it seems to work pretty good. Hello. There's some. I posted some. Info further up from my social Librem. I think it's actually Librem social on the Antichrist. So you should be able to actually go up and look at that. Anyway, don't know if I'm not forcing any people to be in the channel, so, but it would be interesting to get. I guess people would have a problem with my belief anyway, so it's not a popularity contest, I guess, it's not. It's pretty much not a popularity, but you don't get popular when you get Christian, and when you begin to read the Bible, and that's so. The world begins to hate you, which is fine, as long as you stand, for God and the truth. But I know that people are out there on the internet having a lot of the same views that I have. So, you can connect with them on the internet and all that. So, that's rather nice. As it's one way. There are some that have direct in regards of, a church without Paul, for example. That's interesting as well. And so we have different, there's actually a lot out there in our days in regards of, I think, exposing Paul. But, that's not to say that he's not, that you can't use the material, because Satan, have a way of mixing lies and truth, And wolves in sheep clothing has to speak some truth, to deceive the people. So anyway, let's see. He didn't say anything. He haven't read it yet. I guess that's nice feature as well, that you can actually see if the person have read the message or not. You can see the image here up here. Oh, sorry. The image up here. So he hasn't read it yet. So at some point, his image will come below and point out that he have read it, as far as I understand it. So that's pretty good. Looks pretty good. Again, I still haven't tried the ongoing conference call. I hope to find some people that would like to try it out with me. But that's still future. And again, as I understand it, they're still working on it. It still has some issues. But if they can get that working, that would just be awesome, because then you could just make a room. You can just have a group, call, and yeah, that would be wonderful. That would be awesome, I think. Anyway, I think I'll stop now. Have a good day, all of you. I don't know if I'll make a video later on. I should actually, there's a lot to do, but again, maybe I should actually go to the swimming thing. Actually, I think they open up 6 o'clock. I can't do that, by the way, because I don't have any clothing to take on afterwards. I need to get my clothing fixed. So 6 o'clock they open up. I need to get that down and actually washed again. And much of my clothing from last time doesn't smell good because it wasn't dried enough. And I thought I could just take it up and let it dry up here. But, I had put it in the dryer, but apparently the dryer didn't work, And I thought it actually had, but it was still too wet to just dry out. And there we go. Let's see what he says. To be honest, you see more interest in peddling hate and discord than you do in sharing the love of Christ. I have no affinity for Catholics, but I don't spend my time looking for or trying to spread reason to hate them. You will never convince people if you start off attacking them, and then when the guy in the other channel asks you to stick to the topic of the channel, you started accusing him of not being a Christian. I have no time for people who think that they can put themselves in place of God to decide who gets to be Christian and who does not. Well, have you heard about the protest? Have you heard about the protest? The thing is, who did they protest against? The Reformation was that, of course, God decides who's saved and not saved. But the thing is, if we're not telling these people the truth, you're not a Protestant? Not a Protestant? Protestant. I guess maybe Joshua was, that's maybe is the reason why he left, because it seems, harsh. But the thing is, if you don't tell the people the truth about these things, how are you... that's the thing, the ecumenical love, right? The preachers are, standing behind the podium as singing love to the Antichrist. They're not warning the Christians about... yeah, he's a Baptist. So who is the Antichrist? So who is the Antichrist? There you go. But the thing is, those people behind the podium that should warn the people, teaching the people the Bible and the history that we have pretty much forgotten and all that, are not doing that job. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, it was actually another guy. I actually wrote with Joshua. Oh. Oh. Actually, so who is... Oh, I thought I actually was talking to the guy on my channel. Okay. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. He left. So, okay. Oh, sorry about that. Uh-oh. Actually, I do wonder, he left it and I went... Oh, it's still empty, so it's a room. Okay. I thought he was actually this guy. Okay, so I actually talked with Joshua like 2 hours. Over 2 hours, actually. Okay, so it was actually Joshua. Oh, that's sad to hear that. But anyway, so I already knew he was, but I thought he was... oh, well. Anyway, I thought it was the other guy. My bad, my bad. But the thing is, a lot of the preachers don't, talk about who the Antichrist is and all that. I guess it was, maybe that's why he was a little, he began to become a little, silent in the end of the talk, or I don't know. But apparently, had a problem with, that's okay, but, people don't talk about it, and I'm not going to stop talking about it just because people, it hurts people's feelings and all that. But having talked with him 2 hours yesterday is, of course, it's a little sad to. But anyway, so let's see. I have no infirmity for Catholics, but I don't spend my time looking for trying to spread reasons to hate them. You will never convince people if you start off attacking them. Well, I'm just telling them the truth. You wouldn't, if you are in something false, you wouldn't have the, you don't want the truth. You have former Catholics coming out of this system trying to warn the Roman Catholics about it. You want to call it hate speech when they try to do that? You want them to go to, you want to just let them continue in this system, Is that loving to not tell them? It's the same thing with the Mohammedans. Oh, we shouldn't spread hate and so forward. Hate speech and whatever. Oh, it's not political correct, and oh, we worship the same God and blah 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 blah. No, that's not true. It's just not true. And I don't understand how Christians can be so deceived to say that the Mohammedans are worshipping the same God as the Christians, because the Mohammedan God does not have a son. And whosoever does not have the son has neither the father. Anyway, it's just a plain wolf. So, and the Christians seem to fear telling the Mohammedans about these things, Anyway. And then when the guy in the other channel asked you to stick to the topic of the channel, you started accusing him of not being a Christian. I'd never accused anyone of not being a Christian. I guess he's talking about the other channel where I was talking in regards of Christianity, or maybe in regards of, maybe it's in regards to the Roman Catholic. Maybe, I was asking in regards if he was a Roman Catholic and all that. Okay. Maybe that's the thing. I don't think it was directly accusing him for not being a Christian. Just saying, you have the cookie Jesus, and the cookie, I was just telling in regards to the cookie Jesus that the cookie Jesus is, a false version of Jesus, pretty much. I have no time for people who think that they can put themselves in place of God to decide who gets to be a Christian and who does not. Well, anyway, that's okay. The thing is, who is the Antichrist, and why are the Protestants, running back to the Antichrist? Well, because no one is telling them anything. No one is telling the sheep anything. We should, we shouldn't offend and this and that, and ecumenical union and all that. No one is speaking up. What do you think the Protestants did? Do you think they just, that's okay, we just have to sing, sing ecumenical love with the Antichrist and the whole Revelation? Was that what they did as a Protestant? What did the Protestant do? They protested this system. That was the whole idea with the Protestants. If you are Protestant, you protest this, that's why they're called Protestants. And no one knows that either. It's like, okay, you're Protestants, okay, but you're running back to the Antichrist. Hey, what did the Protestant protest against? With, all the falsehood of the Antichrist and all that. Beginning to read the Bible on their own, while the whore was persecuting them and all that. I just, maybe I'm a little, maybe sometimes I think maybe I am a little too harsh in these things. But then again, we have sweet talk about the Roman Catholic Church, and we have people going back to the Antichrist And we don't have anyone speaking up on it, and now have pretty much... let's see if we can use this one. See if we can get the camera on. And it's like someone is not doing that job, telling the people about this, warning the people, don't go back to the Hall of Revelation, you know? Don't go back to the Antichrist. Anyway, I'm sorry to hear that Joshua didn't want to be my, be in it. Oh well, that's what happens, you know. It's not the first time that I've, so let's leave the conversation. There we go. So yeah. But yeah, maybe I'm, compared to, the past, when the Protestants knew some, in regards to where the Antichrist was, and in regards of the Hall of Revelation and all that, when they actually knew these things. And also another thing is, if we don't speak up in regards of this system, people look, many people look on Romanism because they think it's Christianity, and then when they look on it and find out, oh, it's just paganism, just another, then they, are stirred away from it, and they never find out who Jesus Christ really is, because it's just like, oh, it's just paganism, so Christianity is just another form of paganism, so I don't, they just get on with, with what other things, this stirs them away from the truth about Jesus Christ. So Satan does this, So if the Christians are not speaking up of this, the world would be, will believe that this is a Christian system, look into what it actually is about, find out it's actually pagan, and then, be stirred away from who Jesus Christ really is. Yeah, so I think, that's like... I'm still, I'm getting a lot of information in regards of Alberto Rivera, and he's really, he's so many of the things, he's just spot on, he's just spot on so many things. There might be things that I don't agree with him and all that, and there might be things he might be wrong in some other things, but there's so many things that he's just spot on, and let's see if we can find him here. And I found some more videos from him, and more are coming out in regards of Spanish things as well, in regards of Alberto Rivera. And then he said he was a former Jesuit and all that. And I've had, I've read all the cartoons and all that. Still I have problems with the doctrine of going to heaven and all that. And I have the problem of actually, in regards of them actually depicting God and all that. So I ended up throwing everything out, because it seems like... something was going on, and so, but anyway, and that pretty much stopped it when I threw it out. And again, I'm not sure if it was because I was cursing myself by having so-called pictures of God, or because of the material that was in the magazine. And in any case, but there's more information getting out in regards of Alberto Rivera, in regards of and a lot of Spanish material as well, but I don't read Spanish, so at some point I think it will be translated, or maybe it will be possible for for the technology to just translate it from Spanish to English or something like that. So that will open up more in regards of his material to check his information and all that. And when you yourself grow in regards of looking into some of the things that he said and finding out it's actually true, even if it sounds outrageous, some of the claims, it just gives more validity to this man. So I'm looking into some of the new videos that is out on the internet, and that's probably going to come more about him and all that. And he's really have some interesting things. And he said he was like a former Jesuit. When Catholics are saying, well, that he was never a Catholic and all that, and this and that, and he's a fake and blah, 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 and so forward. Well, the guy knew a lot of things, that's for sure. He really knew a lot of things. I don't know, I can only come to two conclusions. Either he was a Jesuit or he was a former Jesuit, because he knew a lot of information. So, saying that he's just a total fraud when he has all this information, it just seems to, that just seems outrageous. In regards to the Roman Catholic Church, there's so much of it he speaks about that is true. Having inside information. So anyway, he also talks about this or this thing in regards of the Vatican Confession, but I think it's in Spanish or something like that. But I haven't been able to find it. But I'm sure someone out there must have this confession, and as I understand, it's actually a confession from Rome in regards to Alberto or something like that. In any case, it would be interesting. I think he had it translated to English. I'm not sure, but if at some point probably the information will come out there. Yeah. So, oh, my foot is hurting. Well, I guess the time is also getting there. I should get ready with my clothing so I can get it done quickly in the morning, so I can get forward with the day. There's a lot of things that I should actually do, but yeah, get on with and get some food maybe as well. I will get the sheep like on tomorrow, or I need to call them up and find out when I actually will get the whole sheep, and then I will have food for some time for sure. That will be nice, and see if in regards to the slow cooker and all that, and try different things about that, and so we'll have some food for some time, or meat for some time. Liver and heart and kidneys, I guess, will come with as well. Still, I have some problems in regards to fixing kidneys. I'm not entirely sure how to fix these. Still need to find out if I can get some raw milk, like the food things in regards to Denmark. I need to find, they say, oh, you can just buy it at, yeah, but where? Do you know any place? It seems like it sounded like they thought it was like, oh, so easy to get raw milk and all that. Okay. So tell me where I can get raw milk out here, where the enzymes is not destroyed and all the goodies are not destroyed in the milk by holocausting it, by warming it up, burning it, burning it in the oven, in some sense, and making dead Jews in the milk, I want living milk, I want the milk full of living Jews, The same thing with the cheese. I want living Jewish cheese, So anyway. Okay, so I might have been a little in regards. I'm very sad. I talked with the guy 2 hours yesterday, So, and again, maybe I am a little, what shall we say, a little, but who's going to tell the people about the true version of Jesus Christ if we don't do it? If we just sit back, okay, I know who Jesus Christ is, and then just sit back and just do nothing, Never tell anyone about who Jesus Christ is, and never tell them that they have the wrong Jesus if they believe something crazy. Are we just going to, the problem is, you hear about all these false versions of Jesus, but if you don't know the Bible and don't know who Jesus is according to the Bible, how are you to say, no, that's not true, in regards of, you're just going to run with the world in regards of all the lies that is being promoted and all that. Jesus is this, Jesus is that, Jesus whatever, and all that. People are really, really ripe for following deceptions. It's like the truth. They don't want to have the truth, but give them a deception, whatever it is. Oh, they will run with it and they will promote this deception. Anyway, I don't know if it's because Joshua was from the US, but in Denmark, no one seems to. I'm living in a country where most people are believing atheist. Someone did not do their job. The 82% of the people that live in Denmark, where I've been born, believe in evolution. Why? Because no one speaks up about it. Because, hate speech and lunacy and all that. People will think you're crazy if you talk about that you do not believe in evolution. Why? Because people have been deceived. All of them, or most of them, 82%. Are we not to speak out? Oh, it's hate speech. It's hate speech to speak out. Oh, it's hate speech to speak out to, yeah, you know, it's just, anyway. I'm just trying to say how it is, you know. When you have a Roman Catholic, they believe in a cookie Jesus, a wafer Jesus. They, you know, go to so-called Mary, like the mediatrix and all that and whatever. Call her the Queen of Heaven and believe she was taken to the heavens in bodily form, and she was without sin, and she was an everlasting virgin and all that. You know, all these, you know, things. And they, oh, the Antichrist. They are totally wild with the Antichrist as well. You know, are we not going, oh, we just let them just spread the lies about the, you know, and let them lead people to the Antichrist, and let them lead them to the cookie Jesus and the false Mary thing and all that thing, you know, all these abominations and false doctrines. Oh yeah, let's just let's not say anything to anyone, right? Let's just let them, you know, go along, you know, because of the, you know, in regards of peace and all that. Let's not tell the Mohammedans that they got the wrong Jesus, you know? Let's not tell them about that. You know, let's just say, oh yeah, you have your truth and I have my truth. Instead of just, as Christians, knowing the truth, telling them you got the wrong Jesus. You need to snap out of it because you are in this world, deceptive world of Satan. And you need to get out of it if you want everlasting life, because there's only one way to salvation, and that's through Jesus Christ, the Son of God and God in flesh. You have the wrong Jesus. And that's the same for the Catholics. You have the wrong Jesus. That cookie does not become the literal body, blood, sinews, and flesh of Jesus Christ. It does not, you know, when you worship that cookie, you're committing adultery. You're whoring with Satan. Anyway, and people think you're just hate speech and all that. I'm trying to get you out of Satan's candy shop. I've been in the shop myself, you know, trying many different flavors because I was, you know, pretty much, I didn't know any better, you know, looking for the truth and all that, tasting many flavors and all that. I'm trying to, you know, tell you, you know, you got the wrong, you know, you're on the broad way to destruction. Anyway, so come out of Satan's candy shop, take the door where the name of Jesus Christ is, and begin to read the New Testament. Don't listen to me. Go to the New Testament and listen to the words of Yeshua and find out who he is. Because when you know who he is, people can come and say, no, he's this and that and whatever, you know. That's the first thing, I think. That's the first step of already there making issues for Satan. Because when you begin to know who Jesus Christ actually is, he can come and deceive you by all the false versions. And you can tell people that's not true, you know. Jesus wasn't that, you know, Jesus wasn't this and Jesus wasn't that and all that. You can tell, no, that's not true. You got the wrong Jesus, you know. You made you made up your own version. So already there you begin to make issues with Satan, you know. You know, no, that cookie Jesus, no, you got the wrong Jesus, you know. The same thing with the only prophet version of Jesus. You got the wrong version. You're following a false prophet. Oh, you're not loving telling the Mohammedans that they are following a false prophet. Well, I think it's pretty loving telling them the truth. Instead of just, oh, you know, this and that. And actually, I think some Mohammedans actually, those that actually get out of it, actually value that some people will stand for the truth and tell them the truth instead of just sweet talking them and fearing, you know, in regards of being killed by them or whatever, you know, if they tell them the truth. So, you know, we should be as open, you know, that's the idea of free speech. And people might not agree. Like, for example, Joshua might not agree with him, and that's okay and all that. But I just think it's sad that, you know, that we do not do our job telling the people, because we know the truth. It's us, you know, we are reading the Bible, right? You know, you think Do you think Yeshua was loved for telling the truth? No, he was not. He was hated. He's saying, I'm telling you the truth, so why are you, persecuting me or something like that? And why do you not believe me? He was just telling them the truth, and they didn't want to believe him. Anyway. So in the end, he got, executed on a tree. And they wanted to stone him. It's,